Today's topic will be on financial aid and scholarships, created by the Eden Prairie counselors, presented by Emmett, Annabelle, and Kenya.
These are today's learning targets. Financial aid terminology. FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. Expected family contribution, or EFC, is a measure of your family's financial strength. It is based on information you submitted on the FAFSA, including income, assets, family size, and the number of children in college. Your EFC represents the amount of money the federal government believes your family can contribute towards one academic year of college. Cost of attendance, or COA. The cost of attendance includes the total price of tuition, fees, room, board, textbooks, supplies, transportation, and personal expenses for 1 year of college. The Student Aid Report, or SAR, is the official notification sent to you about a week after filling out the FAFSA online. This document includes your expected family contribution.
How do you feel?
Financial aid terminology. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. Expected family contribution, or EFC, is the measure of your family's financial strength. It is based on information you submitted on the FAFSA, including income, assets, family size, and the number of children in college. Your EFC represents the amount of money the federal government believes your family can contribute towards one academic year of college. The cost of attendance, or COA, is the cost of attendance includes the total prices of tuition, fees, room and board, textbooks, supplies, transportation, and personal expenses for 1 year of college. The Student Aid Report, or SAR, is the official notification sent to you about a week after filing the FAFSA online. This document includes your expected family contribution. Filling out the FAFSA. Students can file the FAFSA beginning October 1st of their senior year. There isn't a deadline to fill out the FAFSA, but the earlier you apply, the bigger pot of money there is. Some federal programs have limited funding and do run out, so apply early. Why every student should file a FAFSA. It's required to participate in federal loan programs. Colleges simply cannot provide a student with a complete picture of an aid available to help pay educational expenses without a FAFSA. Colleges focus resources on students who file the FAFSA because these students are perceived to be actively seeking assistance, and every school may use this information differently. With financial aid, the only thing that is guaranteed is that you will get nothing if you don't apply. Types of financial aid through the FAFSA. Pell Grant. A 2016 NerdWallet study found that students missed out on a $2.7 billion in federal Pell Grants by not completing the FAFSA. Stafford Loan. Federal Perkins Loan. And finally, the Federal Work-Study Program. 8 steps in completing the FAFSA. The average time to complete the FAFSA is under 30 minutes. Number 1. Create an FSA ID. An FSA ID is a username and password you need to sign the FAFSA form online. It takes about 10 minutes to create an FSA ID. If this will be your first time filling out the FAFSA form, you'll be able to use your FSA ID right away to sign and submit your FAFSA form online. You will have the same FSA ID the entire time you're in college. Your parents will have to have their own FSA IDs to sign off on your FAFSA. If you have a brother or sister in college, your parents can use the same FSA IDs. Number 2 is to go to the FAFSA Gov to start your application. Besides being able to file your FAFSA, you'll be able to fill out a lot of resources and tools to help you with financial aid. Number 3, fill out the student demographics section. Pay attention to whether you're being asked for student or parent information. When in doubt, the banner on the left side will indicate whether you're on a student or parent page. 4. List the schools to which you want your FAFSA information sent. You can list 10 schools at a time on the FAFSA, but you can log in and remove schools at any time and add new schools. 5. Answer the dependency status questions. Most students are considered dependent students. The link on this slide will help you to determine if you are considered an independent student.
Number 6, fill out the parent demographics section. This is where your parents will provide basic demographic information. Remember that it doesn't matter if you don't live with your parents, you still must report information about them if you were determined to be a dependent student. Number 7, supply your financial information. Here's where you and your parents will provide your financial information. This step is incredibly simple if you use the IRS data retrieval tool. The IRS DRT allows you to import your IRS tax information into the FAFSA form with just a few clicks. Using this tool also may reduce the amount of paperwork you need to provide to your school. So if you're eligible, use it. Number 8, sign and submit your FAFSA form. You're not finished with the FAFSA form until you and your parent, if you're a dependent student, sign it. The quickest and easiest way to sign your FAFSA form is online with your FSA ID. I submitted my FAFSA. What happens next? Once your application is processed, you will receive a copy of your student aid report. Review your SAR and make sure all of the information is complete and accurate. If there is missing or any incorrect information, then you should complete or correct your FAFSA as soon as possible. Your SAR will include your expected family contribution. The EFC determines your eligibility for a federal Pell Grant. The lower the number, the more financial aid you should expect to receive. CSS Profile. It is primarily designed to give private member institutions of the College Board a closer look into the finances of a student and family. It is much more detailed than the FAFSA. Generally speaking, most public and state universities do not use CSS Profile to make financial decisions, while a lot of private colleges do. Scholarship information. During the last part of the presentation, we will discuss scholarships. Merit-based scholarships. Most scholarships are merit-based. This means that they are awarded to students with certain qualities, such as proven academic or athletic ability. Many scholarships have rules that you have to follow to continue receiving aid. Need-based scholarships and grants. Need-based scholarships and grants are exactly what their title indicates, money for students with a financial need. Typically, you have to fill out the FAFSA application to be considered. Institutional scholarships are offered by colleges that you have applied to. Questions to ask colleges that you are applying to. Does the college offer merit aid? Does the school you're applying to require a separate application for scholarships? Does it have a history of being generous with merit aid? Would you be a top student at the college? Do you bring other things to the college, talent, geographic diversity, etc.? The differences of local versus national scholarships. Number 1, the amount of money awarded. Number 2, the number of scholarships offered. Number 3, the level of competition. Where to search for scholarships. Navion's Family Connection, Family and Personal Affiliations, Web-based Services, and never pay for scholarship leads. Finding scholarships in Navion's. To access scholarships on Navion's, log in, click on the College tab, scroll to the bottom of the page, and click Scholarship List.
Family and personal affiliations. Some examples of places to look for local scholarships are churches, Masonic and other groups, and workplaces. Web-based services. These are some useful sites when you're looking for national scholarships. To save your current email from getting spammed, create a separate scholarship email address. EPHS Multi-Scholarship Application. It will include over 20 scholarships. The scholarship will open in the middle of December and close in the beginning of February. You can use recommendations already in Navion's. Application tips and strategies. Check for new scholarships weekly. Compile an accomplishment list. Be ready to write. Essays are a common and important component. Give them a reason to choose you. Letters of recommendation. Give plenty of time, at least 2 weeks. Start discussing in spring of junior year. Nominations. If you need a nomination, you can initiate this by talking to counselors. Some things to remember. Modesty does not pay. Students need to be their own advocates. Scholarship money often goes to the school and not to the student.
The
The end.